What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashe, back with another one for the Sacred Collective family. So, this reading today, you guys, we're diving into what cord you finally cut, that person, that pattern, or energy that spirit said you cannot carry this into your next chapter. So, if you've been doing the inner work, if you've been facing your triggers, if you've been breaking cycles, now you may feel as if your soul feels just a little bit lighter, especially with this full moon in Aries energy. So we're going to look at what the release really was, what shifted after, and kind of what blessings are now opening up because you finally let go. Okay, as always, if you want a deeper personal reading, my readings are open. The links will be down below for that. So we have three groups here. Group one is going to be the red marker. Group 2 is going to be the green marker. And group 3 is going to be the pink marker. So take a second, pause the video if you need to, if you're watching the replay, and pick the color that you are most drawn to. Again, the timestamps are going to be pinned below in the comments so you can jump directly to your message. Let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. For those of you who selected the green, you may have been deciding between this and the green marker, okay? So maybe you need to watch both. But yeah, so red, okay? You pick the red marker. So right away, this is like root chakra energy, okay? So whatever this is that you release, it had something to do with your sense of safety, your security, your ability to, stand 10 toes down, even when life is just rumbling and tumbling and just throwing you every which and way but loose. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. We have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you guys are relentless. You guys are resilient. You guys have been through the ringer. You guys are tired, okay? Temperance card coming out here. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. Okay, and self-love, yep. Bondage, healer. Yeah, y'all been doing the work, okay? And Jezebel, beautiful energy here. Beautiful. All right, so group 1. So, yeah, this energy that you guys, whatever this is that you've cut the cord on, let me turn the light up here so I can see. Yeah, whatever it is that you guys have cut the cord on, this is about performing for love. Okay, working for love in some way. Okay, there was this version of you that thought you had to earn love through struggle. Okay, I'm seeing earning love through struggle. You may be in a situation where it was just full of struggle love. You're just struggling in this connection, struggling in this relationship here. You gave until you literally had nothing left to give. You just kept giving until you just didn't have anything else to give. And so I feel like here with the 9 of Wands, this is showing how tired you were, how exhausted you were, but you were still standing 10 toes down in this situation. You've been through a lot of battles, I do see here, but some of these battles were not even yours to fight. You guys, I'm hearing spiritual warrior, okay? You are the spiritual warrior. You are a spiritual warrior. But Spirit had to teach you that your peace, it needed boundaries, okay? You can't heal people who are, always in the midst of chaos. You can't heal people who always got some bullshit going on. So you kind of like took a break away from that. You separated your energy from these people who just benefited from you always coming to rescue them or save them in some way. And then with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here, I feel like that, this is your shift. This is what happened here. So the first thing that I'm seeing that you guys have, cut the cord on is toxic relationships that drain your energy. But with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here, this is you shifting from, survival, poverty mindset, barely having enough, barely getting by, to the King of Pentacles, which is about you building your foundation from your self-worth, your self-love here. And you're not doing it from a place of self-sacrifice. You're not doing it from a place of feeling like you have to earn people's love all the time. And this confusion Okay, this feeling, stuck, you feeling indecisive. You could be a Libra, you could be an Aquarius or Gemini, you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo as well. Here with this energy, you could also be a water sign. Okay, you could be anybody. All right, but it's like the blindfold is off. And I was talking about this in the earth signs reading, that the mask is off. So you guys could really be an earth sign here, because I just heard the mask is finally off and you finally made a decision that sets you free. Especially with the bondage here and Jezebel energy. You made a decision that sets you free to cut something off, to cut a person off, to cut a mindset off. And this is also like a limiting belief here, you feeling like you have to work hard, you have to earn love. I also feel like, there's somebody who they may have had their hooks in you. You felt like you could not stop dealing with this person on an emotional level. You could not stop. You were tied to this person emotionally. You couldn't get free from this person, It was like no matter what, it's like you just, they call, there you go running. Like you felt like you were in bondage to this person. Even in a sexual way as well. They just kept pulling you back like you were at their mercy. You were at this person's mercy here. So you were dealing with some form of manipulation for sure here, So this, again, this feels like with Jezebel, this feels like sexual energy. This feels like soul ties, or just somebody who fed off, kept you in bondage and kept feeding off of your energy. Feeding off of your energy in some way, feeding off of your light. But that assignment is complete. And you close this karmic loop here because, at one point here, we have Jezebel in bondage. You were in bondage to love, okay? You were in bondage. You were working hard. You were tiring yourself out for love, for emotional stability. But then you started to put that energy into yourself here with self-love and healer, okay? You started to put that energy into yourself. And you started to put the same, light that you was trying to put into this relationship or connection, and you started pouring it into yourself, and it's transforming your life. Okay, it's transforming your life. So the cord that I feel like you guys have cut, it deals with earning or working for love, performing for love, feeling like you have to just suffer in love, that suffering in love is normal, and you're in a space where it's about reciprocity for you now. It's about protecting your peace. It's about financial stability and security, because for somebody here, you were dealing with a situation with somebody that literally had you living below your means. Had you living, but again, Two of Swords, the blindfold is off and you've cut the cord now, and you are in a space where you are attracting more for yourself financially. You are attracting more for yourself here with the self-love here. So let's pull some additional cards and close out and move on to group number 2. All right, group number 2, additional messages. What cord has group number 2 cut? Okay. All right. Let's see. So we have substance abuse. We have addiction, dependency, self-destruction, denial. All right. And then we have home. And home actually came out here in the reverse. Okay. So group number 1. Another thing that I'm seeing with this energy coming out here, you could have completely cut off some type of addiction. Like, you know what? I'm not smoking anymore. I'm not dependent on this anymore. I'm not drinking anymore. Whatever this is that I have been in bondage to, like, I'm cutting it off. I'm letting it go. This could be a person, place, or thing here. So the cords that you cut, they deal with these cycles of you numbing yourself in some form or fashion, okay? It could be numbing yourself through sexual energy, numbing yourself through substance abuse, numbing yourself through keeping a certain thought process around a situation, And this could be emotional addiction as well here, okay? Like I said, I feel like something or someone had you bound. So this could be emotional addiction. Or this could even be with home. People in places that felt like home, but were not actually a safe place for you. It's like something gave you a temporary relief, but it long-term pain, you know, and you felt stuck. So with home in the reverse here, you know, you stopped calling something home. Something stopped feeling safe for you. You stopped mistaking comfort for stability. You stopped mistaking comfort for safety. And so this is also, I'm hearing toxic comfortability. This is a situation that you were toxically comfort in. And, you know, for a while, you know, the familiar pain was easier than your unknown peace, because you never known peace, right? And so your spiritual team, you know, helped you to release this, help you to cut this cord, because you can't heal where you keep getting hurt, okay? And we said this in a reading before, but it's true. You cannot heal in a place where you're constantly being hurt and hurt. You're going to continue to take 10 steps forward and 50 steps back. And then I feel like it was a point in time where you were in denial. You know, you're telling yourself it's not that bad, or, you know, I can handle it, or I can stop whenever I want to stop. So Spirit had to show you that avoidance is a form of self-destruction, right? And I feel like it helped you to see how important you awakening really was here. And some of this comes from emotional escapism. Like maybe you're like overworking, you're overgiving. Like I said, you're strolling online, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're attaching, and you're trying to like quiet something within yourself, something that you don't want to deal with. Because with the home card coming out in reverse, I feel like, you know, Spirit flipped this situation upside down. Something that you thought was safe or secure was like, oh, let's just show you for real what's going on here. And so it's like everything in your life that used to make you feel safe started to fall apart, literally, because it wasn't built on truth, because it wasn't built on stability. You know what I mean? And so the cord cutting, you know, it's not just about you quitting something, you know, or you letting go. It's about you coming back to yourself here with the healer and self-love here. It's about you rebuilding your emotional home brick by brick and, you know, being accountable, you know. I feel like you've been trying to save someone, or you've been trying to save everybody, and now you are focused on saving yourself, you know. It's kind of like you went through a detox, you know, not, you know, it could be a physical detox, but a spiritual detox, you know. And, you know, a detox does not feel good at first, right? When you're trying to stop doing, it does not feel good at first. It feels like loss, you know. It feels uncomfortable. It feels scary. It makes you sick. And so you might have been crying here, okay? You might have been crying. You might have been sleeping a lot, just feeling distant, disconnected from the world, wondering, you know, what do you believe, you know, what's going on, all the things. But you had to go through this, you know, so that you can see what wasn't stable in your life, again, with the home coming out here in reverse, and you're learning what it means to belong to yourself again. And I feel like you're in a space where now that you've cut this cord, you're not searching for shelter in people anymore. And now you are building this sanctuary within. And that's what breaking dependency, it looks like stability from the inside out. Versus for you, it was stability from the outside in. That was your thought process, you know. Some of you might have even, or you may be about to move homes, change jobs, or distance yourself from certain people or certain environments because you realize that you can't grow there anymore. And you need to protect the energy that you've poured into yourself. So this cord that you cut is one between you and self-neglect, right? This cord that you cut is between you and pain, you and your past. You know, you're sober in spirit right now, right? You have a very clear mind, and you're ready to move forward into this next season of your life, okay? So that is the energy. That's the message for group number 1. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with you. If you want to book a private reading, the information is going to be pinned down below. Let's go ahead and move on. Group 2. Group 2, if you chose the green marker, let's go ahead and get into your reading. You have the 5 of Cups reverse. All right. The 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, y'all been healing too. Everybody been healing. 4 of Cups. Yeah. It's almost like you can't ignore it. You can't get around it. You can't get around it. 7 of Wands. All right. Legal. Interesting. Divination. And jealousy and envy. All right. Okay. All right, group 2. So right away, let's start off with your tarot cards here, because I feel like this is going to be a bit to break down. There's going to be 2 parts for you, group 2. Okay. Starting off with the 5 of Cups reverse and the 8 of Pentacles, right? I feel like you've been in a space where there was something that you felt like was a loss. You could have lost someone. You could have been grieving. You could have felt like you missed an opportunity. Could have felt like a failure in some way, like something didn't quite work out for you. A relationship didn't work out for you. Time and effort that you put into something didn't work out for you. And it kind of had you in this weird space, like this funk, you know what I mean? But, I feel like Spirit is teaching you how to rebuild from whatever this loss is, whatever feels like loss for you. It's like I'm seeing someone standing in the middle of like their own emotional, I don't want to call it trash, but like their own emotional clutter. It's like you're emotionally hoarding something, you know? It's like you're trying to fix broken glass, or you were trying to fix broken glass and you're looking around and it's like, oh my God, how can I fix this? How can I? And it's like, okay, I can just make something new. Okay, I can just transmute this into positivity. Okay, this is not going to work. It was like you were pouring so much energy and trying to figure out, why is this situation not working out for me? Why is this relationship not working out for me? Why is this job not working out for me? I'm pouring my all into this. But you were pouring your all into the loss and not the lesson. Okay? With this 8 of Pentacles here next to the 5 of Cups, you were putting all your attention. You were giving it your all. You were giving it all of your attention, and you keep replaying what went wrong, who hurt you, what you could have done differently. And instead of asking yourself, what is Spirit teaching me? What is Spirit teaching me? It's like you've been worshiping your wounds in this self-loathing, in this victimhood, trying to make grief a part of your identity. You were so busy trying to hold on to something that was already gone, that you didn't realize that Spirit was trying to free you up. You didn't even want to see good things. Like, you didn't even realize that Spirit was trying to like literally free you up so you can build something new here. Like, okay, I get it. You're sad, you're hurt, but let's focus on this. And you're like, no, I don't want to focus on this. I don't want to focus on that. I'm stubborn. I want to talk about what happened here. I want to talk about why I lost this. That's what I want to focus my energy on. And Spirit is like, I need you to shift your energy from grieving what you lost to growing into what's next for you. I'm going to need you to get over this. I'm going to need you to. So this is you, I feel like, diving back into a creative project, your business, your practices. You might have just lost hope, Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. But I feel like, the thing is, it's different this time for you. Because at one point, I do feel like you were working to escape the pain, working to escape trauma in some way. But now you are co-creating with the universe with a purpose. So you finally have healed and let go of something. I'm going to have to dive a little bit deeper with y'all. For some of y'all, it's like you don't even fully know what you were so sad about. It's like a toddler crying, and it's like, why are you crying? I don't know. That's the vibe that I'm kind of getting with y'all. So it's kind of like you don't even really know why you crying. Also, with the jealousy and envy here, I feel like you cut somebody off who couldn't handle your glow up. Like they were so used to seeing you in this doom and gloom. Oh, woe is me. My life is miserable. So like when you finally like locked in and spirit got you together and now you're like, okay, I'm back motivated. Okay, I'm back getting my shit together. Okay, what's next? Okay, I can do it. Okay, I'm ready for whatever. Okay, I'm back in the game. Like you got back in the game. Okay. This definitely feels like past energy. You was grieving, okay? Now you're working on a creative project. All right, you're pushing past your insecurities. You're pushing past your lack of trust in God. Okay, let's talk about it. Lack of trust in things working out for your highest and greatest good. You're pushing past all of this. And I just feel like here with the jealousy and envy, somebody is watching you push past all of what you are going through or all of what you went through. And they're like, dang, I'm mad that they didn't stay broken. I'm mad they didn't stay in this energy here. But you got to a point where you just stopped crying over whatever it was that you couldn't control here. And you started focusing on your purpose. You started learning, like I said, focusing on the lesson and learning from your mistakes. But then it's like at the same time, for some of y'all, this is a relationship. This could even be a marriage here with legal coming out. This could be somebody who you were or you are legally married to. Take it as it resonates. It's going to be different for everybody. But there's this energy here to where you're saying to someone, like, I can't love you because I'm losing myself. Like, I'm losing myself trying to love you. And I see where this is going to take me. I'm losing myself. I'm not focusing on my purpose. I'm not focusing on my creative projects. And so again, like with this legal, card here, this is a sign of something happening for you because you've cut the cord of spiritual justice. This could be physical. You could be going through some type of court case or something like that. Like I said, you could be divorcing someone or going through a divorce or going through a custody or something like that. But what I see here is spiritual justice here with this card. Karma is showing up through the legal system, contracts, or even your finances in some way. This could also be spiritual court, where spirit has literally balanced some type of scales on your behalf, okay? With the justice energy here, okay? Spirit has balanced some scales off. What you lost in this relationship or situation, you're going to get it back tenfold. But whoever this energy that you cut off, this person moved from their ego. This person moved from a space of competition. And it's like here with the the 4 cups, it's kind of like you got to a point where you're like, I don't want to fucking fight no more. Like, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. Like, I don't even want to argue with you anymore. I don't want to go back and forth. Oh, if you want the house, take the house. You want the car, take the car. You want to take this, take it. I don't care. Like, I just got to a point where it's like, I don't even want to do this with you anymore. If I got to go live with a friend, fine, so be it. If I got to figure out about a new, just so be it. It's like this person's threats don't work anymore. Like you're so locked in now. And I think before you were so focused on what you had to lose by staying in this situation that it made you, get into this space that I said you were in. Because you were so focused on what you would lose if you let go. But that cord is gone now. And I feel like your heart is healing here with the green marker that you picked. Your heart chakra is healing because you finally learned to have compassion for yourself. You finally learned that compassion doesn't mean access. And I feel like, and I know I say I feel like a lot, y'all. I'm working on that. But I really am a intuitive reader and I feel, which is why I'm so passionate when I'm reading because I'm feeling how you feel, But it's to a point where this relationship just had you in survival mode where it was just always something to argue, always bickering. And this could be a family member, this could be a parent, this could be a sibling. It's like there's always, we're going back and forth all the time about something. And it's like you just, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go back and forth anymore. Like, this is not worth my energy. You're draining me. Let's see for you, group 2, divination here, okay? Divination. Why is divination here? Super curious about that card. Trying to see how this fits into your reading. Let's see what we have here. This could even been a situation, like I said, always on guard. Well, this could have been a domestic violence situation. Because look, we have domestic violence, abuse, aggression, trauma. It's just always something. Like, you're just always on guard. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Liar. You may have got a reading. Okay, you may have got a reading. That could be why it's coming out here. Spirit. Why is divination here? What do they need to know about divination? Why is this energy here for group number 2? All right. Okay. All right. So what do we have here? We have your growth. What did I say? Oh my God, y'all. It says your growth intimidates them. I just said that early in the reading. Like, oh my gosh. And you started working on yourself in this relationship and they saw you pulling away. They saw you, focusing on yourself, pouring into yourself, you focusing on your finances, you focusing on your mental health. You could have started going to therapy. You could have started taking care of your body. You could have started eating better. You could have just started doing things for yourself. And this person noticed that and their growth intimidated you. Your growth intimidated them. Okay, that's why jealousy and envy is here. So we pull these cards for divination. Okay, it says your growth intimidates them, taking advantage, peacekeeper, and control. So again, this person was benefiting off of you staying in this space that you were in. And I also feel as if they kept you like this on purpose. They love to stress you out because it kept your energy low. It kept you not really wanting anything in your life. But again, it's like once you start working on yourself, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever that may be, Spirit saw it and was like, okay, she's ready. Like, okay, she's ready. Because in the past, there has been, times where your spiritual team have tried to give you a way out, but you weren't ready yet. And that's okay. That's okay. You weren't ready, but you're ready now. They saw it and they noticed that you were ready once you started working on yourself. And also, this person here saw that you were ready too, ready to level up, ready to outgrow their ass. They noticed your rise first. They noticed before you noticed what was going on. Oh, so you acting funny? As well as, Spirit is revealing here, this person tried to exploit your giving nature here, okay? The fact that you tried a lot of times to keep the peace, they exploited that. Like, okay, I don't even want to argue. They exploited that. You may have been always the one trying to smooth things over all the time. Keep things calm, Meanwhile, you're falling apart on the inside. 5 of Cups reverse. And they did this in a way to control you. They were trying to manage your boundaries. This person was trying to manage your energy, your emotions. But that's why this cord had to be cut. And it's like, because as soon as you started like stepping into your power, into your growth, like this person, they couldn't handle it. They thrived off of your old energy, the overgiving, you being codependent, you bending for their approval. And you're walking free from this manipulation, and you're walking free from this jealousy, this envy, this control, and you're trusting in God again. And that's why your heart chakra is healing, and that's why justice is being served. on an energetic level, on a spiritual level. And for some of you, literally, you know, if you have a court case going on, you're not letting this loss intimidate you anymore. You're walking right through it. Like, I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm done with you. I don't care what I have to lose. I don't care what's on the other side. I'm done with this. I'm done with you. Like, that's the energy you're on. You're in your warrior-like energy here. I'm loving this energy for you guys. And at one point, it may have felt like this person loved you. But now the facade is up. You're seeing it for what it really is with the divination card here. You're like, Let's see. All right. Yeah, full moon. It says release, letting go, complete, release of heavy emotions. Exactly. That's what you guys are doing. And we're in the full moon in Aries energy. Okay. You could be at Aries. Okay. But you know, under this full moon in Aries energy, you are releasing a relationship. I feel like it says issues, releasing resentment or anger or hurt towards yourself and others. And I feel like it's another thing that you're releasing as well is anger with yourself and not having compassion for yourself, because you feel like, oh my God, I've been in this situation so long. Oh my God, it's taken so long for me, you know, to walk away from this or whatever this is, because now you're waking up. So also have compassion for yourself here, especially with you being connected to the heart chakra, okay? And then we have isolation causing stress or neglect of physical health. I do feel like, you know, this person may have isolated you. This situation may have isolated you. You didn't want to hear anything. You didn't want other people to know maybe that you were in the situation that you were in, which is understandable, right? I get it. But I definitely feel like you're cutting the cord on that now, and you're ready to face whatever is coming next from severing this tie with this individual. So that is what I'm picking up for group 2. I'm going to move on to group 3. Let's see what we got for y'all. Page of Swords. Okay. That card is loud. Yeah. Ace of Swords. All right. Yeah, y'all like came through with the machete, group 3. Like, da, 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 da. Okay, whatever this is, like... It was like you got the mental clarity and you're like, I'm done. You're gone. Yep, the World card, which is completion. Okay. Yeah. The 10 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. You're very connected to your ancestors as well, okay? You're very, very connected to your ancestors. Very deeply connected to the spirit realm, okay? Very deeply connected to the spirit realm here for you guys. I am picking up on that. You guys... you know, maybe you have struggled with chronic overthinking. Chronic overthinking, like, but now not so much. How did y'all do that? How did y'all do that? Let's see what else. Okay. Yeah, look, mature woman. Yeah, okay, group 3. North Node. All right. Wow. And change. Oh my God, beautiful. Whoo, group 1, this energy. The cord that you cut here is playing it small, okay? Like, y'all not coming for play. Group 3, you guys are not coming for play. Like, you're not playing small anymore. Whatever version of you that doubted your purpose here, North Node, whatever version of you that questioned, like, is this my calling? Always second guessing, always overthinking. She's gone. Like, you got rid of her. You like, bitch, you just keep getting me in trouble. Like, I'm done with this. And then, like, with the Page of Swords, like I said, this energy here felt really loud. And I feel like it felt loud because you've been observing yourself, okay? And you're not reacting to things emotionally anymore. You're learning how to watch, how to learn, and how to get clarity about certain situations without reacting to them immediately. You know, I know it sounds so weird, y'all, but this is the way that I read. I'm going to try to get through your reading, But when I tell you, it literally feels like there's nothing to say. Because like your mind is made up. Like that's how your energy feels. Like your mind is made up about your soul purpose. Your mind is made up about cycles ending. Mentally, like your mind is very made up. Like there's nothing really that you guys need to know. Like your mind is just like, you're a grown ass woman. Some of you guys are changing your career. You're changing your look. You're changing your hair. You're changing, like you are just brand new. Like just brand new. Like we're going to try to get through it. But there's nothing for me to say here. You're stepping into a space of like mastery here with the 10 of Pentacles and the mature woman. You're focused on legacy building, your future. It's like, again, you're stepping into your purpose and you're realizing that like, okay, it's time to get it. Like all gas, no brakes. And you're recognizing that you've been holding yourself back. And it's like, okay, I'm done with that. And now you're the teacher. Now you're the visionary. Now you're the one who is moving with purpose. The only thing that's ever been holding you back is you. The only thing that's ever been holding you back is overthinking. Overthinking and no application, but now you're in full application mode. This cord you cut was your old identity here, you know? You comparing yourself to other people. You, again, like overthinking. It's like death to the old you. I don't know. Like death to the old you. Like you're not explaining things. You're not even talking about the stuff you're working on. You're just like, I don't got to talk about it because I'm finna do it. I'm doing it. I don't have to talk about it. So also I feel like you guys are decluttering as well. Like your home, like you're planning some type of move. You are, focusing on your legacy. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. We can pull some ancestor messages, but we might have to close out. I'm sorry, group 3, but I ain't gonna force it. Yeah, look at that. Bottom of the deck before I even cut the deck. You've done the healing, now do the building. Like you in go mode, like I said. You're in go mode. Like, what is there for me to say? I don't know. Let's see. What else? Let's see some messages from your ancestors. Like I said, you're very tapped in with your ancestors, with your spiritual team. Like, you got a plan, baby. And just, like, that's all that matters. Like, you got tunnel vision. And you really don't even need this reading. Like, there's sometimes when I do readings for clients and I'm like, why are you here? We're going to get through it, but why are you here? Why are you here? And that's kind of how I feel with your energy. It's like, you don't really need guidance right now. You don't really need a message. So let's just pull some messages from your ancestors and then close out. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So starting off here, okay, you done the healing, now do the building here. They're also saying consistency is your protection right now. So the things that you are working on, they want you just to stay consistent in it, okay? Don't get this momentum and then, you know what I'm saying, then in a week or two, you like, damn, I was really on my shit. What happened? And then here, with you're more psychic than you admit, start trusting it again. I feel like you guys are intuitive. You may even be psychic, which is why Spirit is like, why are you here? You have your own spiritual gifts. You've already consulted with your spiritual team here. Like, that's why they're like, why are you even here? We already told you what you need to do. And then it says, avoid spiritual shortcuts. Shortcuts attract setbacks. Again, consistency is your protection. Staying consistent in your spiritual practice. Staying consistent with your spiritual team. Staying consistent with the things that your spiritual team have already given you instructions on. That's what's going to keep that momentum going for you. Because it says here, you are the altar. Now we have here, no means no. They heard you the first time. So maybe you were trying to come for this reading because you wanted to get clarity on something, and they're responding back to you like, no. I don't know who that's for, but they're like, no, we said no. And that's probably why this reading kind of feels blocked for group 3. Yeah, they can't block you, but you can block yourself. Yeah, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. If you've been asking your spiritual team if somebody put a hex on you, if somebody doing some type of spiritual work on you, they're like, no, girl. Ain't nobody stopping you. You think we ain't doing what we supposed to be doing? You think we ain't doing our job around this motherfucker? Like, we got you protected. Look, stay consistent with your ancestors. I'm telling you. That's all you need to focus on. You focus on the wrong thing, and you finna spiral back into overthinking. Look, bottom of the deck, begging for signs after Spirit said no. Let me pull from this deck real quick, y'all. Because like I said, you got a heavy ancestral presence here. Let's just pull from this deck, and then I'm going to close out, since it's like your ancestors are just coming through. But you're already on the right path, though, okay? But again, it's like there's nothing really here for me to give you insight on. There's nothing here. Like, you already got your instructions, and now it's time for you to take action. Your spiritual team is protecting you. You need to make sure you stand consistent with your spiritual team, staying consistent with your spiritual practices, and stop focusing on the outside noise. Stop focusing on who trying to stop you, who trying to block you, who don't like you. Like, don't focus on that. All right, anything else for group 3? Well, damn. Okay. Anything else for group 3? Yep. Anything else for group 3? Okay. Group 3. Uh-huh. All right. It says everything you do is for a reason. Your hard work will pay off. Cheer up and keep pushing forward. Like, you come in here to see, like, I want to see exactly what's finna happen next in my life. I want to see exactly. I mean, somebody, you know, I want to see what's going on. You want to see if it's some money going to come. You want to see what's the next steps. You want to see that, and they're withholding that information. That's why you're here. You want to know the specifics of something, and you ain't even follow. You just need to follow instructions, okay? Pay attention to your health. Stop stressing yourself out and take care of yourself. All right. We have, I sense unwanted energy. Cleanse your home with herbs. Light up a candle. They said if you want to do something, you can go ahead and cleanse that home. You can go ahead and declutter. Okay. You can go ahead and open the windows up and sage. If you want to do something, you can mop with Florida water, since you need something to do. Oh my God. Look, Spirit is present. Ask the right questions. Y'all came in here with little questions. Okay. Y'all came in here with little questions like, is my light bill going to be paid? Is that job going to call me back? And then we have Father Spirit here. It says protection. Like I said, like, yes, like they're protecting you. They're protecting you. How you coming here with these crazy questions? We done already helped you to cut this overthinking off. They've been working with you with that for a long time. It says your bloodline ancestors are saying, we're proud of you. Give specific offerings. So your ancestors coming through here saying that you're ready for the next journey when you haven't even paid your dues for what they didn't help you through already. Okay? So it's giving a little ungrateful. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Yeah. Look, my energy is assisting you during this time. You are going through many major transitions. So give gratitude, give honor to your ancestors, okay? Look how many ancestors we have here. Like, they're all showing up. You're very, very connected to the ancestral realm, okay? You could have even had a father pass away for somebody, all right? You could have had a father that passed away that's coming through in this reading. Father, grandfather here. But there's a very strong protection around you from your bloodline, your ancestors, your guardian angels, all of it. They all here, all right? So that is your reading. That's the message. That's the vibes, the T. Group 3. You see how I did that? Thank y'all for being here. And